All right. Can you hear me now? I hope so, because if not, I'm going to bed. So it looks like my mic is working. The speaker ain't doing nothing though. Let me see. Get my phone and see if I can hear. All right. What's going on here? All right. All right. Looks like my volume's working. Okay. Now let me start over. All right. So as I was saying in the YouTube video, I went to see Spider-Man tonight. It was okay. It was okay. All right. There are many. It started off really good. The middle kind of slowed down, and it got a little boring actually. But it picked up towards the end, and I was so happy because I love Spider-Man. I really do. And if it would have turned out to be a DC comic type movie, I was just going to be so disappointed. But it turned out to be okay. All right, so I saw that. It was nice because I needed a break. All right, because I've been doing a lot of stuff. So now what I've been doing is so I have four major projects going on. Now, you guys know I have two more channels. All right. I have Life Without a Witness, which is my spiritual channel. I have about, what is it? Like 90 something videos on that channel. Okay. Then I have my Everyone Deserves an Epiphany channel, which is the first YouTube channel I had. It's my learning and development. I still go over there and do stuff. I have about like 193 videos on that channel. And then I have this one. And I have like, I don't know, almost 300 videos on this channel. So, I'm always creating content. And then I don't just do videos. I do writing and all that too, okay? Always creating content. So what I've been doing is going to both my Life Without a Witness and my Everyone Deserves an Epiphany. I've had to redo thumbnails, look at the videos again. So this is like 2 years of videos, right? So I can relabel and all that because I'm going to start working on those channels now too. So I've been doing that. I've been spending a lot of time doing that. Okay. And then now I have, so the other three things are the work with the nonprofit that I'm with and their work with AWS. So, I'm an AWS instructor through that nonprofit. Okay. But so with that, I'm working on now AWS already has a machine learning course. But what I'm doing is making it reachable for middle school students and people like just coming in, too. The prerequisites are really like low level, like you need to know a little bit of scripting. And what else? They need to know something. I forgot what the other thing was, but it wasn't like complicated, okay? But you still have to, like, there are ways to help the learner not have to work so hard to get the content. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there are ways to do that. So I went to this risk management course at Management Concepts. Okay. When I was trying to learn about risk, enterprise risk management had just come out. OMB put out that directive about how every agency had to start, doing their risk management, and they had to send that information to OMB. Okay. They had to do a risk assessment of their goals. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? So that stuff had just started coming out, and I was looking at knowledge failure. Okay. As part of risk management and learning and development. So I went to this risk management course with Management Concepts. I was the only person in there that was in training and development. Everybody else was from the finance office, okay? Because they were talking about auditing and the MD&A and all that stuff that federal agencies have to send to Congress to say, hey, you gave us this money, this is what we're doing with it, okay? So there was that. That was one of the hardest classes I went to because the instructor was talking to financial people. He wasn't talking to me. Okay, I ain't got nothing to do with finances. Okay, I was all learning and development, so that it. But he was talking about enterprise risk, which is what I wanted to know about. It was I worked my arse off in that class. You understand? To really understand what was going on. So for this machine learning course, I want to mitigate the risk that these people will have to work their asses off to understand what the hell is going on. Okay. So with that one, what I'm doing is, making it again more reachable for middle school students and other folks who are going to take the class. Okay. So that's one of the things. Now, next week is very exciting. Okay. Because we're meeting with MITRE to talk about artificial intelligence and cybersecurity for AI. Which is very interesting because I know it's been a minute since I've done a security in the black, right? But I have been researching about the doll for this cybersecurity after dark. Okay, the what do you call it? The companion doll, the sex doll. Y'all know what the hell. That has AI. So the facial expressions, and they could talk and they could cry with you and all this other, all that other those things they programming and all that, but looking at the security implications of sex dolls, right, that are connected to the internet. Okay, those, and you know what? One of the very interesting things I read about that is that one of the concerns, okay, with that is that these dolls are being programmed to garner your trust. Okay, for the folks who buy them to garner trust. What the hell is that? Child, this internet does not want me to be great today. Okay. So what I was saying was, the dolls, social engineering is one of the issues, the AI issues related to these dolls, because they're being programmed to sit there and get you to like them and love them and trust them and all that. So now that you have that kind of trust in these mechanical objects, okay, in these dolls, now they can be programmed to social engineer information out of you. Isn't that something? That is nuts, But to see, and I can see it happening. Like, we are so ripe for that, okay? Because when you read the testimonials. So there's a company, I think they just moved to San Francisco or something. It's called Real Dolls. Okay. They're the, who make the dolls. Right. And these things are expensive as hell, child. You can get you a whole human being for what for what you pay for these dolls. But read the testimonials for these sex dolls. Okay. See what these people are saying. These people are ripe to be socially engineered. You hear me? I'm telling you. That's one of the concerns with AI. But I'm very excited to be, meeting with MITRE next week to talk about that. Because, child, I mean, it's crazy. Now, the cyber range, I put the video on here where I showed y'all the mural where I have the cyber range. So I'm having a meeting about that on Monday. Okay. And I beefed it up even more, because the idea is that, number one, the hands-on is great, you know, and I made a video about the hands-on. The hands-on is wonderful, but hands-on for who? Okay. If I'm a chef, okay, and you know, I'm serving, I have my clientele that comes into my restaurant, all right, and I'm having hands-on training. Who's going to be at the hands-on training for the restaurant? Okay, is it just going to be me and my sous chef? Or is it going to be me, the sous chef, the people who wash the dishes in the kitchen, the waiters, the waitresses, all? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to be there because everybody has a role in making sure this thing works the way it's supposed to work. What the hell I look like having a hands-on activity and all the hands that are involved in the activity ain't there? So with this cyber range, what I'm doing is bringing everybody to the range, not just red team and blue team. Everybody. Okay, everybody. Otherwise, it don't make no sense. Otherwise, it's not real life if everybody is not there. Because in real life, when some stuff pop off in an organization regarding an incident, is it just red team and blue team that's going to address it? In real life, that's what we're talking about. When stuff pop off, is it just red and blue that's going to address it in the organization? Hell no. So why would you have a hands-on activity that doesn't involve all the hands? You know what I'm saying? So as y'all saw, if you saw the video on the cyber range that I'm putting together, that's what this is about. Okay. And we're going to be, there's going to be a developer in the meeting so that we can talk about how we can incorporate AI in this. So the nonprofit that I work for now, they have, is not just cyber. So cyber is their newest program, but they also have like a biomedical program and something else that they're doing. But as part of the biomedical program, they've created, and this thing is awesome, right? It's awesome. So you put on your VR goggles, whatever that's called, and you're able to get inside the body. You're able to look at the cells and see how they move and where blockages are or can be in your veins. You can see all that through the VR. So I'm like, why can't we do that with in IT and cybersecurity? Why can't I get a VR, get in my motherboard and see what the hell is going on? Get in the computer. When malware, see how malware is acting in the computer. Where does it go? Where does it come from? How is the OS giving it permission to do whatever the hell it's trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need that kind of stuff, because I am a staunch believer in the idea that cybersecurity professionals cannot be trained the same way as everybody else. We have the networking, we got the A+, we got the, I mean, the content is the same, but we cannot be trained and educated about it just the exact same way that somebody who's going to get a networking job is, with 10 minutes of security at the end of the course or something. That ain't gonna cut it. No, that's not gonna cut it. So we need something for us. We need a whole FUBU around here. Okay, for us, by us. You understand? So that's what that cyber range is about. And I'm very excited to talk about that. I'm actually going to reach out to the head of cybersecurity at NOVA over here, our Northern Virginia Community College, and some other people, that I've talked to about that. I'm getting this thing off the ground. Okay. If it's the last thing I do, we're going to see a real life cyber range out there. And it's already being done with business simulations. There are business simulations. They kind of look like a tabletop exercise, right? But the business simulations you see out there ain't no cyber up in there. Okay. So what it's really going to be is taking what's already there and putting cybersecurity in there, so that we can see how all those things act together, and supply chain. Okay. Because, so supply chain is around here. Yeah, they're going to be included too. Okay. Really excited about that. Now that's going to take a whole bunch of neurons, more than mine to come up with what that's actually going to look like. But at least we're talking about it. And the last thing that I have going on, well, not the last thing, the last major thing that I have going on, right, is this book. So before we went on holiday, before Christmas, I went ahead and emailed a publisher. Who are they? Who are these people called? Uh, Shoot, I forgot who they're called. They're in England, though. I don't know. I'll have to find the name of them. But I emailed with the idea. I told you all about the book for cybersecurity training that I'm writing, and I was going to self-publish, but I was like, well, let me just, I have 3 books. One of them is with a publisher, New Harbinger. So I said, well, let me just try to get this one with a publisher first before I, just decide to self-publish. So they contacted me yesterday. So I'm going to, do all the paperwork I need to do so I can work with that publisher, because it'll be better, if it comes out with a publisher than if don't nobody knows Cheryl Abram, So I think it'll be better if I use a publisher for this. But I'm very excited about the book, which is another reason why I went back to my Everyone Deserves an Epiphany channel to redo all those thumbnails, to listen to, the videos that I already have on there, because that's my learning and training and development channel over there, and evaluation. I have the content, like it's all there. All right. It's all there. Plus, even on LinkedIn, I have article after article after article related to learning. So it's just a matter of putting that stuff together. Okay. And so I'm super duper excited about that. So I have over like close to 300 videos on this channel. Okay. And y'all know what I give over here. I'm very opinionated. Okay. I do a lot of research, and I share that stuff. Okay. But I don't just talk. Y'all know I don't just talk, right? Okay. I am actually putting in place a lot of the things that I feel need to be put in place. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I have on this video 2 hashtags. One of them says, stop grinding. Oh, here we go again. And the other one, what is wrong with this thing? Let me see. What does it look like on my thing? Hold on. Oh, here I go. Oh my God. So one of them says, stop grinding, and the other one says, start growing. Because we love grinding. We feel like that's like a what the hell? Like some kind of rite of passage or badge of honor or whatever the hell, okay, is when you just grind it. Cut all that crap out. We the only ones be talking like that. And a lot of us grinding and ain't nothing getting done. Okay, there's a whole Sisyphean effort out here. It's Sisyphus. Sisyphus was old boy in Greek mythology. Zeus didn't like him. Okay, he was like a high level whatever. Okay, he wasn't as high as Zeus though, right? Sisyphus kept running his mouth. All right, go ahead and read the myth. Okay, he kept running his mouth. He wouldn't shut up. Zeus said, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do." He told Sisyphus, he said, "Look, because you can't stop running your mouth. What we're gonna do is have you push this boulder up this hill for eternity. Every time you get right up to the top, it's gonna roll right back down. So you're gonna have to go back down and get the boulder, push it back up to you almost and then it's gonna roll right back down. Anytime you're doing work, okay, anytime you grinding, okay, it ain't nothing really coming from it. Okay, you just tired all the time because you're working all the time, but your situation, really isn't changing. Okay, that's called a Sisyphean effort. All right, ain't no grinding going on over here. All right, we want to see a return on all this work, right? And one of the returns is really intrinsic. Okay, just because I love doing this, I love sharing and talking and writing and all that stuff. Okay, I love doing it. So That's a return. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. Working on my channels, watching movies, and getting all these ducks in a row. All right, getting all my ducks in a row, so I can make an impact. And it's gonna be in learning and development, because that's absolutely 100% what I love. But learning and development in cybersecurity, okay, would be amazing. Oh, that's another thing too. That's another thing on the list that I have over here on my Kanban board, is to get an article in the ATD magazine. So Association for Talent Development, that they're very huge, when it comes to organizational training, learning, and development. Don't nobody in cyber know about ATD, okay? Or any other learning organization, okay? Because that's not the way we roll over here. And a certification organization is not a learning organization, okay? That is not what I'm talking about, okay? You got a bunch of training going on, but not a whole bunch of learning, okay? You got a lot of memorization going on and all that stuff, all right? What I'm talking about here is marrying all the stuff that we're doing with proven learning models, learning and evaluation models, okay? Because that's absent in this domain. It's completely absent in this domain. So that's what I'm, bringing to the table that I'm making. Okay, I'm making this table. Now I'm bringing it to the table. You understand? All right, y'all have a good one. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this computer tonight. It kept going on and off or whatever. But I'll see y'all back here when I see you. Okay, have a good one.